The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 Premium is here, guys. Now that all-new badging that they have with it, that's just marketing, right, Garrett?
Listen, Brian, when we take this on a test drive, you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
All right, I'm excited then. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
If you're interested in a new Mazda, come check out our inventory. We're online at smailmazda.com. Obviously, the white paint job on the exterior is what's going to catch my eye first here. Garrett, what is this called?
Rhodium white.
And the rhodium white really contrasts well with the black accenting throughout the vehicle, that giant chrome Mazda logo there in the front. And do we have LED headlights here?
Yes, we do. So what's new about that is the LED daytime running lights.
Different accenting there in the front of the vehicle than the previous generation. Some other things that we're noticing on the front fascia here, right? Like what's new here?
Well, obviously, if you look towards the bottom of it, you have that nice black accent down there that really makes the front of the vehicle really like pop out.
Yeah. Checking out underneath the hood. We don't often do this, Garrett, but I think it's important with an all-new vehicle like this. What kind of engine do we have in here?
First off, you have a 2.5 liter, 4-cylinder Skyactiv G engine. Pumps out 187 horsepower. And one of the things that even our mechanics at the shop are even impressed with is look at all the space you have in there.
Yeah, you can really work in there if you need to. Coming around the side, I'm noticing the glossy black wheels there. Garrett, what size are they?
They're a 19-inch black alloy.
And something I also noticed, this glossy black finish on the bottom of the vehicle, is that what comes in all of these, or is this just for this trim?
So that's new actually in the 2026 CX-5. Is you now have this black trim that comes around the wheels and down the bottom of it to definitely protect the paint.
So also coming around the side, I noticed that it might be hard to see on camera, but there's actually like a dimple here in the front, right?
It has a really nice accent right behind the front wheel there.
Yeah, it does. So to get into the vehicle for keyless entry, do we have
So
that?
what you have on the new 2026 CX-5s is it's just like the rest of the Mazdas, where it's now, yes, you put your hand behind the actual handle itself to open it up, and to lock it, you have an indentation actually on the handle. And when you do, you also have the folding in side mirrors.
Yeah, the power folding side mirrors really are cool there. You have the turn signal indicator on there as well. Around the back side of the vehicle, I'm checking out these tail lights, right? They look really aggressive, sporty looking, right?
So that's one of the things they've actually done on the 2026 Mazda here is they've actually added more to the back lights, which is absolutely awesome. But what's really nice is it leads right into that beautiful Mazda symbol, where it actually isn't the symbol anymore. It's now spells out Mazda, which I think is so beautiful in this vehicle.
I do like the way that looks for sure. CX-5 logo, all-wheel drive, Skyactiv G. Looks like we got dual exhaust down there. So to get into the tailgate, Garrett, I imagine there's a button back here?
There's a button right in the middle.
Right
Obviously, you push that, it'll open up, and you also have it on your key fob.
Well, that's really good. Looks like we have a cargo net back here. That's a pretty nice looking cargo net. I'm going to take that out of the way though for a second, just so that we can see what's back here, especially on the right side. We have a 12-volt charger back there. We got some lights back here, but hey, whenever I look up here, we have latches. So if I pull that, that's going to put that seat down. And we have a lot of space in here, Garrett.
Yes, you do. And so I want to add to this, one of the things that they've added in the new 2026 CX-5 here is you actually have 4 cubic feet of more space back here in the cargo area.
I believe it, because I feel like there's so much space back here. We have our spare tire underneath there. It looks like we have a Bose subwoofer as well. Checking out the back seats, this door opens up real nice and wide for me to be able to get in here. And
yep, almost a whole 90-degree angle.
Yeah, it really is. We have black perforated leather in here. Looks like that has gray stitching on it, so definitely gives it a nice accenting. Here we have 2 cup holders in our armrest. In front of me, we have some nice storage on the back of the front seats. We also have ventilation. We have heated seats back here?
Yes, in the back you do have the heated seats in the premium level.
Nice. We have 2 USB-C fast charging ports as well. But of course, my favorite thing is this large panoramic sunroof. Gives me a lot of vertical visibility back here and makes this spacious back seat feel that much more spacious.
So Brian, what I want you to also notice back here in the back seat is how much legroom you have.
Oh yeah.
If you look at this, one of the things that Mazda did in the 2026 here is they've added 2 inches more into the legroom for definitely more comfort.
All right, Garrett, so here we are in the front seats of the CX-5 for the first time, and man, I'll tell you what, this looks completely different than the previous generation. The steering wheel looks different. Even the screen, obviously we have a huge screen here. So let's go ahead and start things up. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake and push the engine start stop button. We have a fully digital instrument cluster up here, which is huge. We also have this infotainment screen. So what size do we have here? This looks tremendous.
It's 12.9-inch touchscreen. So first off is on this is completely different than what you had before.
Okay.
In this now you have Google Assist. You now have Google Maps, which is absolutely awesome on it. You don't have any buttons anymore.
Yes.
But the one thing that we'll point out to you is you do have your front defroster and rear defroster down here, also with your flash hazard lights.
It looks like we have our AC controls down below. If I hit this button, it looks like we even have different drive modes and stuff like that in here. This is
So with this screen, you have your drive modes. You
Yeah.
also have a safety.
okay.
So it can show you like where you can set it up and like what you can turn off and turn on. And also you have your driving positions, obviously for the driver's seat and the mirrors. And also you can link your key fobs to your seat controls.
If I'm looking at the rest of this stuff, it looks like we both have heated and ventilated seats. That's awesome. We also have a heated steering wheel up here in this model. So all this stuff accessible through your screen here. Do we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built in?
We do, and like I do have my phone set up. You just hit that. So obviously Apple CarPlay is what you have if you have an iPhone and you're playing it through your phone. So therefore you have access to your apps where instead, in your messages, it will actually read your messages for you. And also same with you can call your contacts and everything like that. Now also with Android Auto, same thing, vice versa. No pop up with that, and you can also read your messages, everything. Also you have your maps through here if you wanted to use that. Or you can actually just have your little map screen right here, which is through your Google Maps.
If I were to hit this button, this is our different apps in the vehicle, right?
Correct,
Looks
yes.
like we have all these different things that we could access, all through there. But, even YouTube. So that's cool.
Yes, you can actually watch YouTube, and also going through the Play Store, you can even watch like HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video. Obviously, to do that, though, you need to make sure you have your car in park and it is connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot, which this car does offer, but only offers when it is parked.
This digital instrument cluster is absolutely huge. It's very vibrant. I can see it straight through my sunglasses, so that's always great. We have our safety features up there, so whenever we go through the test drive, I'll be able to show that off to everybody. On the left side of the steering wheel, it looks like we have our radio buttons, our volume buttons, push to talk button, phone call button, and this button here seems to change what's up there on the screen, right? I can have my compass and my miles per gallon. I can have my digital speedometer, and I can have my safety features up there. On the right side of the steering wheel, looks like we have my cruise control settings there. It looks like we have adaptive cruise control in this vehicle. We have a mode button and a My Drive button. Or this is our driving modes right here.
Yes, so how it was in the old 2025 CX-5s is you had a button down here.
Yeah.
Now it's actually on the steering wheel, plus also on your screen here. So the My Drive, with it being up there, you can change it between sport, normal, or off-road.
We didn't even go over the wireless charger down here, but we have that option.
And also you have the folding armrests and everything, so you can get easy access when you have somebody on there.
Yeah, I like that. And we have two USB-C fast charging ports down there as well. So definitely room for storage, room for charging, lots of charging options in this car. But let's get this thing out onto the road and actually give it a good test drive. Let's go ahead and test out the backup camera. Wow, this is a nice big backup camera on here, Garrett. You have projected lines. Whenever I turn the steering wheel, it's gonna show us where we're going. And it even has that red line. What's that indicate?
Obviously that's, your marker where you want to back up to. Okay. Obviously you go past that, then it's going to send off sensors and everything like that and start beeping at you. And you do have a wide range lens also.
Yeah, that reaches like 180 degrees. You can see pretty much everything around you there.
As you can see in the camera, it was almost showing you the vehicle that was next to it too.
If I were to get close to this vehicle in front of us, that's showing you just how close you are to it with the sensors going off and beeping. So, having that in the front and the back of your vehicle is pretty interesting and pretty nice to have. So right here, I noticed that we have some arrows pointing out to us, right?
Yes, that's a rear cross traffic alert.
So that's alerting us on this busy road that somebody's coming behind us and that we should definitely be paying attention from that. Will that beep at you as well?
Yes, it will. And it's especially awesome, especially being in a parking lot like a Walmart or a Target. Yeah. Obviously, when you have like people with carts or walking by. Now, Brian, before we actually even continue on, what I wanted to show you is you look on your dashboard there. Do you see any your odometer at all?
No, I don't.
So that's one of the things they've done different. Your odometer is actually up here on the screen.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's...
So what's even nice, and again, we can do all this a lot more in depth and everything that when people are ready to come in and purchase one of these vehicles, we can go more in depth. But you can actually change your cluster here on like what you would like to have in your, you can have a calendar, your media, your eye active sense.
That's cool. Could we put that up there?
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah.
So you press and hold it, bring it over. What it's going to do is we're going to take off the navigation of your
Yeah.
Then we're going to have the eye active sense over there.
So there we have, you guys will be able to see it easier. We had the eye stop come on there.
Now that can also be turned off. So when you go into your cluster here, you have this eye stop down here.
Yes.
You turn that off, and you just turn off your eye stop right there.
Okay. Well, we're going to get this thing out onto the road here. And it sounds like to me, yeah, we're in normal mode there. So that's going to get us up to speed pretty quickly. I notice also in front of me we have a heads-up display. It's showing me my miles per hour. It shows me the stop sign here. And it shows me some of my safety features.
So with heads-up display, you're going to obviously get your lane keep assist. It's also going to get your speed, also your sign recognition. Also, you can do your cruise control with that too. It'll also show your adaptive cruise control.
But let's go ahead and kick this over into sport mode. I'm going to do that right here. And when I do that, you can hear it. You definitely do feel it, a little bit of a difference. But that gets you up to speed nice and easy. Whenever I take my foot off the accelerator, you can hear it.
Oh yeah, it's still revving.
If I go ahead and set my cruise control here, now you see my adaptive cruise control. You see the car in front of me registered, and it shows you that I'm set at 60 miles per hour and I'm slowed to 56 miles per hour. Now I can close the gap between me and the car in front of me with this button here on the steering wheel, and I can, as you can see, set my cruise control a little bit higher, and we'll catch up to that gap that's there. So another really great thing is that adaptive cruise control will also completely slow you down, right?
Yes.
The lane keep assist is already on. If I were to inch over here to the right, you can actually see how it's taking the steering wheel. It's alerting me on my heads-up display and on my instrument cluster that we are leaving the lane. So it's just inching us back into the lane here. Just watch it do it again. There you go. See, it's telling me to take control of the vehicle. It doesn't want you to look away. But, just another really great way that this vehicle is looking out for you. I notice a vehicle approaching my blind spot, my indicator lights up. And if I turn on my turn signal, that now alerts me and flashes at me to let me know that somebody's over there. You can see here on the display the cars, right?
Yes, with the eye active sense, you're going to have it there. But also, like you were saying, it's also going to notify you. And it does show you the little lines that were there on the on your driving cluster in front of you, and also has the blind spot monitoring in the mirrors too. But also, I want you to also look at this. You see how he has a turning signal on? It is showing there, and also on your little vehicle here. And you can actually even turn the vehicle here.
And just turning the wheel here, getting us around within the 2 lanes, perfectly fine. Kicking us back over into the sport mode, getting us up to speed. What about the warranty for the new CX-5, Garrett?
So Brian, it is a 3-year, 36,000 bumper to bumper, and 5 years, 50,000 mile for the powertrain.
Something I'm noticing as I let cars pass us is that I'm not hearing a lot of that road noise out here.
That's with the technology, obviously, with the insulation to put in the doors and the windows and everything like that. So you don't hear a lot of the ambient noise outside.
You were showing me the sound system, and it sounded fantastic. The bass was amazing.
It was. So you had the Bose stereo system. Obviously, like you already showed in the back, we do have the subwoofer above the spare tire, which is absolutely fantastic. And I tell you, it really does produce some awesome sound. And it doesn't matter what you're jamming out to. Like I started with some country, which I know you're not a big fan of, but that's okay.
You're a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. Well, it definitely shows that they put a lot of thought and work into this vehicle. Garrett, there's so many features. If people have questions about any of this stuff, how would they be able to contact you?
Well, they can come down to our showroom located right off Route 30 in Greensburg, Pennsylvania at Smell Mazda, or they can visit us online at smellmazda.com.
That's going to do it for our test drive today, guys. So until next time, Enjoy the ride.
And also, if you're looking for any more information, you can always visit me on social media at Mazda Man Garrett.